In the early years of the 8th century, when the world was divided by fear, ambition, and untested borders, a man named Tariq ibn Ziyad stood at the edge of history. He was not a king, nor the son of a powerful dynasty. He was a commander shaped by discipline, faith, and an unshakable belief that courage could change the course of nations. North Africa had already fallen under the influence of the Umayyad Caliphate. Across the narrow stretch of water lay the Iberian Peninsula, Al-Andalus, as it would later be called, ruled by the Visigothic king Roderick. Spain was wealthy but divided, strong in appearance, yet weak in unity. Political rivalries and internal betrayals had left the kingdom vulnerable, and whispers of opportunity reached the Muslim governors of North Africa. In the year 711 CE, Tariq ibn Ziyad was given command of a small force, around 7,000 soldiers, many of them Berbers like himself. They crossed the sea under the cover of night and landed on a rocky shore. The place would forever bear his name, Jabal Tariq, later known as Gibraltar. As the soldiers stepped onto unfamiliar land, the weight of uncertainty pressed heavily upon them. Behind them lay the sea. Ahead stood a powerful enemy. They were far from home, outnumbered, and standing on land that had never known their banners. Fear whispered in every heart. Then Tariq made a decision that would echo through centuries. He ordered the ships burned. Flames rose into the night sky as wood cracked and sails collapsed into ash. The soldiers watched in shock. Their path of retreat, their last comfort, was gone. Seeing their confusion, Tariq ibn Ziyad addressed his army with words that would become legendary. "O people," he said, "where is the escape? The sea is behind you, and the enemy is before you. By God, there is no safety for you except in truth and patience." It was not cruelty that drove his command, but clarity. Tariq understood something timeless. As long as retreat remains easy, commitment remains weak. By removing the option to flee, he forced his men to confront fear with determination. Their survival now depended entirely on courage, unity, and belief in their purpose. The army moved forward. Soon, they faced King Roderick's forces, vastly larger, heavily armored, and confident in their superiority. The battle that followed was fierce and decisive. Despite being outnumbered, Tariq's army fought with relentless focus. The Visigothic forces, already weakened by internal divisions, collapsed under pressure. King Roderick was defeated, and with him fell the foundation of Visigothic rule in Spain. Victory opened the gates of the peninsula. Cities fell one after another, Córdoba, Toledo, and beyond. What began as a risky expedition turned into one of the most remarkable conquests in history. Within a few years, much of Spain came under Muslim rule, beginning centuries of cultural, scientific, and intellectual exchange that would later influence Europe itself. But the true legacy of Tariq ibn Ziyad is not only found on maps or in chronicles of conquest. It lies in the lesson of determination. Burning the ships was more than a military tactic, it was a philosophy. It symbolized complete commitment. Tariq taught that greatness demands sacrifice, that success requires removing the comfort of retreat, and that fear loses power when choice is replaced by purpose. Even today, centuries later, his story speaks to students, leaders, and dreamers. Every person faces moments when turning back feels safer than moving forward. Tariq ibn Ziyad reminds us that progress often begins the moment we decide there is no way back, only onward. History remembers him not just as the man who crossed into Spain, but as the man who crossed fear itself.